Shalom, this is Yehudit Gofar from Sfat. I want to share with you how I embody movements to remind me each day of the counting of the Omer, what the energy is for that day. Today is now the 36th day of the Omer Count, which is Chesed Sheba Yesod. We've moved into a new week, the week of Yesod. Yesod is often translated as foundation. It has to do with connectedness, intimacy, communication. It brings all the other energies that we've been working on into a unity before manifestation in Malchut. And today is Chesed, which is the beginning of that process that we've been working on of the world of Yetzirah, the world of our emotional relationship level of soul. And so we're going to the top and then down almost to the bottom. The top is the Chesed, openness, loving kindness, represented by the vowel of the Nikudot, the Segol, which is like this. 3 dots, 2 above you, and your mouth is the third one. And then you cross the hands, right hand outside. So it's a sense of abundance, and we're a funnel for that abundance to come into us. We're open to that. This is a sense of Chesed, loving kindness, openness, abundance. And Yesod is like a concentration of everything that's come in. And I call it sometimes speaking from the heart, because it's right in front of your heart. You have this dot, bend the head, and have the spine be the Vav for your Yesod. And it's a Shuruk. Ooh. So it comes from the inside and goes out. Ooh. And you connect with the outside world from your deepest insides. Ooh. And the challenge of being able to bring that inside honestly to the outside to manifest in Malchut. So we're going to do this combination of Chesed, Sheba, Yesod, which is a Segol and a Shuruk, combined in 3 sets of the combination, 1 for each level of soul. And just so a reminder for those who don't know my color system of wearing garments that remind me of the day all day long. I'm wearing a red skirt now for Yesod, and the rainbow system. Red represents Yesod. Purple is the Chesed color, and this is a Friday now, the 6th day of the week, which is the day of Yesod naturally. So I have a scarf to remind me, a red scarf to remind me of that. So red and purple. And behind me I have some purple flowers and a red flower bed here. Lots of green as well, of course, and other colors. So let me do the movements for you in 3 sets to show you how I represent Chesed, Sheba, Yesod. And Nefesh level. Ooh. And for the Ruach level of soul. Ooh. And for the Neshama. And the movements help me feel that enormous contrast of being wide open to everything and letting things come into myself like a funnel for the universe. And then Yesod is like concentration. What's my very, very deepest essence? And how can I connect with the outside world? How can I connect outside myself? Ooh. And bringing that essence out. That's one of the meditations for today. And then I've been doing the 36th letter of the middle verse of Psalm 67. The letter today is a mem, which has a wonderful sense of flow, because this process from Chesed to Yesod has a lot of variations and flows involved in it, and the mem really captures that. The mem is, I step forward half a step. I don't know if you can see my feet, but if I bring my one foot forward so that my toe and my arch are about the same level, that's the base of the mem. Hands back to back, come up like a fountain, spill over like a waterfall, make a mem. It's like pulling up from the spring, and then bringing my foot back and playing in the mikveh is what I call it, 4 kinds of water. So I do a dip each time. I dip as I step forward, dip, dip and rise, and dip and rise as I come back. And a third one for the next level of soul. That's the mem, the 36th letter of the middle verse of Psalm 67. Then I've been showing you how you embody the numbers in the Hebrew letters. My goal here is through the whole Sephirah count, you have been exposed to all the Hebrew letter movements that I do for each of the letters. And some of the letters that don't come in the actual verse, the 49 letters in the middle verse of 67, I've been introducing you to as numbers. So for example, today is very interesting because it's a Lamed, which it's been all through the 30s. 36 is a Lamed. And a Vav. And the Vav is this day is Friday, and the natural letter for Friday is a Vav. So let's come into synchronicity that it is that way. 36, 6 is a Vav. I'm going to show you this way again, the other way of understanding Lamed. There's a small Lamed on the way up, seen from my left, and then there's a big Lamed all the way down to my toe, and to the tip of my fingers. And because it has this, Lamed has this way of being seen from both sides, different part of it, the small Lamed is from this side, and then the big Lamed is from the other side. Lamed, and then the Vav with the coming down just as a Vav. Be a Vav like this. Call this the collecting Vav. Once again, 36 is Lamed and Vav. Keep wanting to do a Shuruk because it also is the Shuruk for today. But the letter is Lamed Vav, just lowering your hands. You can do it as Lamed and the Vav that goes up, and you scribe the Vav as you come down, lifting the heel off and then the hand coming down. Once more, Lamed with this scribing Vav of connecting heaven and earth. That's the 36th day, and this is 5 weeks represented by a Hey. 5, pointing my toe down, coming forward. And 1 day, so Aleph. So 5 weeks in 1 day, which is a Hey, followed by an Aleph. I was going to say, the Lamed to me has something to do with Shuvah in the way that you can see it from both sides. And there's like all kinds of synchronicity, all kinds of connections that were coming today for me as we begin this week of connectedness and pulling things together. Because the letter of the day, the fluidity of the mem, along with the words in the 67th Psalm, which is kulam, which is all of them, and the word in anabakoa, which is Yahid, uniqueness. There's something about the Lamed of Tshuva and the Vav of connection that for me reminds me that as my unique self, I need to express myself in a way that speaks to all of them. Something like that. Anyway, these are the kinds of meditations that I play with during the Segol Count, and I hope you enjoy this. And many blessings for you, that you know how to be open and collect all of that you bring into yourself in an honest and true way, and bring that out through your unique expression into the world. Shalom.